I'm here with another video from the course chapter, a course from 11th class, and it's called stoichiometry and limiting reason. Now, before I start, I need to tell you that this is really very important, just like other video I have made. Why? Because limiting reagent is one of the really very important factor that decides how much any reaction is going to have as product. But before I go into that, I need to let you know what stoichiometry is. So stoichiometry. Stoichiometry, is a word that actually means calculation. Study of calculation of masses or volume of reactants and products involved in a chemical reaction. Let's go with the theoretical part here. What stoichiometry is? Stoichiometry basically is nothing but study of masses and volume. And of course, when you talk about mass and volume, it's definitely about calculation. So the study of calculation of mass and volume that is being involved in a chemical reaction is called stoichiometry. But in order to go through this calculation part, there's so many topics you have to go through. But the first, which is really important, is limiting reagent. So I'm taking you that. So it's called limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. What limiting reagent is? The reagent that gets consumed completely in a chemical reaction decides how much product is going to be formed. How much product is going to be formed. And that one is called limiting reagent. Let's repeat it back. As per the theoretical part, I'll be coming back to the numerical part here. What limiting reagent is? The reagent that gets consumed completely is actually the reagent that decides how much product you are going to have in a reaction. So the reagent which gets consumed completely decides the amount of product, and that reagent is called limiting reagent. I feel like this is a bit simple. By its definition, by its term, it's like the reagent which is in small amount as compared to the other reagent is called limiting reagent. But that's not how you get it. I have so many examples coming up in my mind, but I'm taking you through a question because that will help you to go through. There is a question in NCERT. I forget, it's probably NCERT in-text question. You need to find out on your own because I don't have a book right now here. NCERT in-text question. What that question is, it says that there are 50 kg nitrogen, and then there are 10 kg hydrogen, and these two are reacting to form a certain mass of ammonia. But that's what we need to find out, how much ammonia is produced. I repeat it back. There's a question in NCERT, which I'm taking as a reference here, as a practice here, that when 50 kg of nitrogen react with 10 kg of hydrogen, it produces a certain amount of ammonia. And what is that amount of ammonia? What is the limiting agent? That's a question here. Let's start, one by one. The first thing is that we need to write balanced chemical equation. So N2 react with 3H2. It's actually a equilibrium reaction. It gives 2NH3. So as per the reaction, there are 28 gram nitrogen reacting with 6 gram of hydrogen to produce 34 gram of ammonia. I'm not writing the masses here, but you do understand what I'm trying to. So there are 28 gram of nitrogen reacting with 6 gram of hydrogen to produce 34 gram of ammonia. Now the question is, how much ammonia will be produced if 50 kg of nitrogen react with 10 kg of hydrogen? What we need to do is to, start finding, the limiting reagent. So the first part is that if you can take a look, that there are 28 gram nitrogen that reacts with 6 gram of hydrogen. 6 gram hydrogen. So as per the question given, I just wrote earlier that we have 50 into 50 kg. 50 kg nitrogen react with, what we have to do is 6 by 28 into 50. But I'm multiplying 50 with 10 to the power 3 so that the mass kg also gets converted into gram just like the other masses given here. So now it becomes in gram. If you solve it, that's going to be something I remember already. It's 10.7 into 10 to the power 3 gram hydrogen. Let's concentrate here. What that means, 20 gram nitrogen need 6 gram of hydrogen to react with. Therefore, 50 kg of nitrogen react with 10.7 kg of hydrogen, or you can say 10.7 into 10 to the power 3 gram of hydrogen. Now, there is something very important. I already gave you, that the N2 in the question is 50 kg, which I am writing it back, 50 into 10 to the power 3 gram. 50 into 10 to the power 3 gram. Similarly, there is hydrogen, which is 10 kg. Which is 10 kg. Therefore, it's 10 into 10 to the power 3 gram hydrogen. So the question is, how much ammonia will be produced if 50 kg of nitrogen react with 10 kg of hydrogen? Now, there's something very important coming up here. This is the amount of hydrogen required by 50 kg of nitrogen. So I'm writing here, this is the required amount. This is the required hydrogen. And there you have available amount. Now, if required is more than available, then hydrogen is the limiting reagent. Why? Because hydrogen is needed more than what is available. Hydrogen का amount जो चाहिए उससे कम है hydrogen, and therefore hydrogen is the reagent which is in limiting concentration. What that means? That nitrogen is excessive reagent. Excessive is the one which is in large amount. So what we can see, that required hydrogen is more than available hydrogen. And based on that, you need to concentrate here. Based on that, I'm writing, therefore, hydrogen is the limiting reagent. That's the first part here. What that means? Nitrogen in this case is the excessive reagent. Excessive reagent, because nitrogen is more than what is required. Now I'm done, almost like done here, but one last thing I need to make sure. How much ammonia is going to be produced? As per the reaction, hydrogen is the limiting agent. So whatever is the limiting agent, that decides how much product is going to be formed. So we will be focusing more over hydrogen because this is the limiting reagent. So as you can see, 6 gram of hydrogen is producing 34 gram ammonia. Therefore, 10 into 10 to the power 3 gram hydrogen will produce 34 divided by 6 into 10 into 34 divided by 6 into 10 into 10 to the power 3. Now on solving, this will come up something like 56 into 10 to the power 3 gram ammonia. So what that means, around 56 kg of ammonia will be produced. So that's limiting reagent, which is really very important. I need to repeat it back. Limiting reagent is the reagent which is in small quantity as compared to other reagent, and therefore it decides how much product is going to be formed. But there is a method to calculate. We need to start calculation based on the balanced chemical equation. So there is a balanced chemical equation. As per the equation, nitrogen 28 gram react with 6 gram of hydrogen. So I have mentioned right here, 28 gram nitrogen react with 6 gram of hydrogen. Therefore, 50 kg nitrogen or 50 into 10 to the power 3 gram of nitrogen will react with 10.7 gram of hydrogen. So this is the amount of hydrogen required, but this is the amount of hydrogen available. And available is less than the required, and therefore hydrogen will be the limiting reagent. So I mentioned here hydrogen is the limiting reagent, nitrogen is the excessive reagent. Now again I repeat, the reagent which is limiting reagent, that decides how much product is going to be formed. So I have considered here hydrogen because that is limiting reagent. 6 gram hydrogen is producing, as per the equation, 34 gram ammonia. Therefore 10 into 10 to the power 3 gram hydrogen will produce this amount of ammonia. So this is the basic concept of limiting reagent. Is I have tried to make it really very short because there are other way to solve it, but this is probably the shortest method I could imagine. That's where I need to wind up this video. I'll take you through some other topic in the upcoming video. But if somehow if you like that, what you need to do is probably that. So I'm not going to say that again. But anyway, thanks for watching.